Hello student, welcome in Department of Nanoscience and Nanotechnology, SYBSc class. Our today's chapter is Physics at Nanoscale. First, what is quantum size effect? Quantum size effect describes the physics of electron properties in solids with great reductions in particle size. This effect does not come into play by going from macro to micro dimensions. However, it becomes dominant when the nanometer size range is reached. Quantum confinement is responsible for the increase of energy difference between energy states and band gap, a phenomenon tightly related to the optical and electronic properties of the materials. The quantum confinement effect is observed when the size of the particle is too small to be comparable to the wavelength of the electron. To understand this effect, we break the words like quantum and confinement. The word confinement means to confine the motion of randomly moving electron to restrict its motion in specific energy levels, so as the size of particle decrease till reach a nanoscale. The decrease in confining dimension makes the energy levels discrete, and this increases or widens up the band gap, and ultimately the band gap energy also increases. The nanomaterials have unique properties due to its increases surface to volume ratio and quantum size effect. When size of a nanocrystal is smaller than de Broglie wavelength, electrons and holes are specially confined and electric dipoles are formed, and discrete electronic energy level will be formed in all materials. The electronic configurations of nanomaterials are significantly different from that of their bulk counterpart. These changes arise through systematic transformations in the density of electronic energy levels as a function of the size, and these changes result in strong variations in the optical and electrical properties with size. The quantum size effect is most pronounced for semiconductor nanoparticles, where the band gap increases with decreasing size, resulting in the interband transition shifting to higher frequencies. In any material, there will be a size below which there is substantial variation of fundamental electrical and optical properties with size when energy level spacing exceeds the temperature. For a given temperature, this occurs at a very large size in semiconductors as compared with metal and insulators. The quantum size effect is most pronounced for semiconductor nanoparticles when the band gap increases with a decreasing size, resulting in the interband transition shifting to higher frequencies. Then, required size for size effect. In the case of metals, where the Fermi level lies in the center of a band and the relevant energy level spacing is very small, the electronic and optical properties more closely resemble those of quantum, even in relatively small sizes. In semiconductors, the Fermi level lies between two bands, so that the edges of the band are dominating the low energy optical and electrical behavior. Optical excitations across the gap depend strongly on the size, even for crystallites as large as 10,000 atoms. For insulator, the band gap between two bands is already too big in the bulk form. The quantum size effect is also known for metal nanoparticles. However, in order to observe the localization of the energy levels, the size must be well below 2 nanometer, as the level spacing has to exceed the thermal energy, that is approximately 26 milli-electron volt. In a metal, the conduction band is half filled and the density of energy levels is so high that a noticeable separation in energy levels within the conduction band is only observed when the nanoparticle is made up of approximately 100 atoms. If the size of metal nanoparticle is made small enough, the continuous density of electronic state is broken up into discrete energy levels. The spacing delta between energy levels depends on the Fermi energy of the metal EF and on the number of electrons in the metal N. This is given by delta is equal to 4EF divided by 3N, where the Fermi energy EF is typically of the order of 5 electron volt in most of metals. The discrete electronic energy level in metal nanoparticles has been observed in far infrared absorption measurements of gold nanoparticle. When the diameter of nanowires or nanorods reduces below the de Broglie wavelength, size confinement will also play an important role in determining the energy level, just as for nanocrystals. For example, the absorption edge of silicon nanowires has a significant blue shift with sharp, discrete features, and silicon nanowires also have shown relatively strong band edge photoluminescence. Then, electrical conductivity. The effects of size on electrical conductivity of nanostructures and nanomaterials are complex, since they are based on distinct mechanisms. These mechanisms can be generally grouped into categories. First, surface scattering including grain boundary scattering. Second, quantized conduction including ballistic conduction. Third, Coulomb charging and tunneling. Fourth, widening and discrete of band gap. And fifth one is change of microstructures. In addition, increased perfection such as reduced impurity, structural defects and dislocations will affect the electrical conductivity of nanostructures and nanomaterials. Then, change of electronic structure. A reduction in characteristic dimension below a critical size, that is the electron de Broglie wavelength, will result in a change of electronic structure, leading to widening and discrete band gap. Such a change generally would also result in a reduced electrical conductivity. Some metal nanowires may undergo a transition to become semiconducting as their diameters are reduced below certain values, and semiconductor nanowires may become insulators. Such a change can be partially attributed to the quantum size effects, that is, increased electronic energy levels when the dimensions of materials are below a certain size. Then, quantum transport. The commercial mass production of nano devices has reached 45 nanometer length scales, and the International Technology Roadmap for Semiconductors predicts shrinkage of this scale below 10 nanometer during the next decade. At these length scales, however, the transport is dominated by quantum mechanics such as interferences, quantum confinement, and coherent tunneling. These effects complicate any intuitive explanation of the device properties. Then, classification of low-dimensional materials. Low-dimensional structures are usually classified according to the number of reduced dimensions they have. Accordingly, depending on the dimensionality, the below classification is made. First, three-dimensional structure or bulk structure. No quantization of the particle motion occurs, that is, the particle is free. Then, two-dimensional structure or quantum well. Quantization of the particle motion occurs in one direction while the particle is free to move in the other two directions. Third one is one-dimensional structure or quantum wire. Quantization occurs in two directions, leading to free movement along only one direction. And last is zero-dimensional structure or quantum dot, sometimes called quantum box. Here, quantization occurs in all three directions. Then, next is excitons. Excitons are electron-hole pairs that are formed when light interacts with certain materials. An exciton is formed when a photon is observed by a semiconductor. This excites an electron from the valence band to the conduction band. As a result, a hole is created in the valence band. The electron and hole thus formed are attracted to each other via Coulomb's electrostatic attraction. This is very similar to a hydrogen atom, like an electron orbiting around a proton. However, it's got a lower binding energy because of the small effective masses of the excited electron and hole. An exciton is a bound state of an electron and electron hole which are attracted to each other by the electrostatic Coulomb force. It is an electrically neutral quasi-particle that exists in insulators, semiconductors, and in some liquids. The exciton is regarded as an elementary excitation of condensed matter that can transport energy without transporting net electric charge. Then, types of excitons. First, Frankel excitons. In material with a small dielectric constant, the Coulomb interaction between an electron and a hole may be strong and the excitons thus tend to be small, of the same order as the size of the unit cell. Molecular excitons may even be entirely located on the same molecule. As in fullerenes, these Frankel excitons, named after Frankel, has a typical binding energy on the order of 0.1 to 1 electron volt. Frankel excitons are typically found in alkali halide crystals and in organic molecular crystals composed of aromatic molecules such as anthracene and tetracene. Second type is Wannier-Mott excitons. In semiconductors, the dielectric constant is generally large. Consequently, electric field screening tends to reduce the Coulomb interaction between electrons and holes. The result is Wannier exciton, which has a radius larger than the lattice spacing. Small effective mass of electrons that is typical of semiconductors also favors large exciton radii. As a result, the effect of the lattice potential can be incorporated into the effective masses of the electron and hole. Likewise, because of the lower masses and the screen Coulomb interaction, the binding energy is usually much less than that of hydrogen atom, typically on the order of 0.01 electron volt. This type of exciton was named for Wannier and Francis Mott. Wannier-Mott excitons are typically found in semiconductor crystals with small energy gaps and high dielectric constants, but have also been identified in liquids such as liquid xenon. They are also known as large excitons. So, in this lecture, we have been seeing the quantum size effect and excitons and their types. Thank you so much.